In this video, we're going to build an agent that collects product and pricing information from a large electronics retailer. The first steps I need to do are find out exactly which fields I'd like to collect and exactly where those fields are located in the target website. First, I'll open the target website in the builder, and when that's open, I'll navigate to where the target data should be located. I haven't started building yet. I'm still just navigating, pre-build. I can see the list of data is present on the page. This is a list of tablet computers that I'd like to collect and make available on my own retail website. I'm only interested in the best-selling products, and it's already sorted that way, so I can leave the list as is. I'd like to start building from this page, so I'll choose Start a New Agent from this page. The first step is to collect this initial list before proceeding forward into each product page individually. To collect the list of data, I'll choose Add Action and select Capture List. Instructions appear, and I need to follow these steps precisely. The first step, which is in bold text, says, click an item you want included in the list, so I'll choose the first product link. The directions update, and the second step is now bolded. It says, click a similar item, so I'll scroll down and choose one of the other items that appear later in the list. I can now name my field, which I'll name Product Name. I want to collect some of the information associated with each of the list items, for instance, the price. To do this, I'll scroll up to the top of the list, and I'll choose the first price. I simply click, and in the Create Action menu which appears, I'll choose Capture Text. Some types of data are more common than others. For instance, price is a fairly common type of data format on the internet. The builder will recognize this and suggest that it names the field price and can even format the data when it's collected. If you'd like, you can give it a custom name, but I'm happy with price, so I'll click Save. I can note that Save has been captured, and in the Captured Text Preview panel, I note that the proper prices are being associated with their product names. I know that this list is more than one page long, so I'll scroll down to the very bottom of the list, and I'll choose the Next Page button. The builder knows what type of link this is, and one of the options available is a page list action. This action will click the Next Page button every time the agent collects the entire list that's on the current page. In this way, it will scroll through subsequent pages and collect the entire list of data across the whole website. This is what I wanted. Now that I've collected a list on a multi-page website, I want to drill down into each specific product page. I don't have to do this manually, I only need to do it once. The builder will extend that to all the items in the list. To do this, I'll choose the Add Action menu, and I'll select Click Item. I'll then click the first product link on the page. The Click Item action is recorded in the action list on page 1. This tells the agent what to do with each item found in the list, and page 2 has been created. The agent will proceed to the actions on page 2 for every item found in the list on page 1. Let's scroll down and collect some data. The data that I want is model number, SKU number, the product image, and the specifications made available for this product. To do this, I'll just click on the target data. The builder makes a few options available. In the Create Action menu, I can capture the text, capture name-value pairs, capture a table, or capture list. I'll just capture text. I'll name the field Model and click Save. I'll do the same thing with the SKU. I'll click on the target text, choose Capture Text, and name the field, and choose Save. Now, if there isn't a model on some products, SKU might move to the left. I don't know this, but I know that it's possible from my experience with other websites. So I'm going to make sure that these actions always know where to find this data. First, I'll right-click on the Capture Model action on the Page 2 action list. I'll choose the Location menu and select Associate Nearby Text. Then, I'll click the associated text, in this case, Model: I'll make sure that the criteria are correct, and I'll choose Save. The same thing can be done with Capture SKU. Right-click on the Capture action, select the Location menu, and choose Associate with Nearby Text. Then select the associated text and choose Save. Now, if model moves or is absent, thus allowing SKU to move to the left, SKU will not be captured into the model field. It will be captured into the SKU field, making this agent more robust. The next step is to capture the image. This is just as intuitive. I'll simply click on the image and choose whether I want the image's URL or to download the image, making the image file itself available in this agent's data collection. I'd like to download the image, so I'll click that one. Now I'll name the field. In this case, product image. And choose Save. Finally, let's collect the specifications. That's available in a tab that must be clicked on. So I'll choose Add Action, click Item, and I'll click on this tab. I can see the click item action being recorded on the page 2 action list. I'll now scroll down and collect this list. Now, from my experience with this type of list, I know that these fields change from product to product. Some have height and width, some don't, based on how specialized the initial product list is. To collect this list is pretty simple. Once again, the builder can intuitively recognize a name value pairs list, which is any list where both the field name and the field value are provided. I'll click on anywhere in the list and choose Capture Name Value Pairs. Instructions are provided with steps and sub-steps. Step 1 is click 2 values you want to capture. The sub-step is click a value, so I'll click the first value in the list. Sub-step number 2 has been bolded, which says click a different value. It can be the very next value or any other value. I'll click a value and the builder highlights the list to let me know it's been recognized. Step 2 is now bolded. Click the label associated with this value, 1 year. I can see that 1 year is specified here and is highlighted on the page. So I'll click its associated label, which is Warranty Terms Parts. Once I click there, the builder knows now how to recognize the values in the list and their associated labels, which will tell it how to name those fields. I can preview to make sure it's been correctly captured. I'm happy with what's being captured, so I'll choose Save. In the captured text preview, I can see the fields and their associated data being captured. The builder will recognize new fields that appear in this list from product to product and automatically add them to the agent's output collection. So I don't need to manually interfere with the agent to add new fields. It's all automatic. To make sure that this works now, I'll need to test my agent. I've pretty much built it out the way that I want, so I'll choose Test Agent in the upper left-hand corner and select Start. I can watch the agent proceed from product to product within the list on page 1 and collect its associated data on page 2. Let's expand the testing results section so we can see a little more data. I can see the different fields being collected by the name value pairs list. Now I can see that some fields are missing data. This concerns me a little because I don't know whether or not those products actually have this data or not. So I'm going to check that out. First, I'll stop the test and I'll go to that specific product page. I note that the second item in the list is missing some data. So let's go to that item. I'll click on page 1 and I'll scroll down to the second item in the list. Let's expand this field so I can compare the name of the product to just confirm. Yep, the names are the same, so I know it's that product. I'll click on it and choose Follow this link to page 2. That will open that specific product page in page 2 so that I can examine the data in the name value pairs list. This process of testing and examining while building is essential to the agent building process. Without doing this, it's likely that the agent will error when you run it on the web console and cost additional page credits. The more thoroughly you test and examine your agent during the build process, the more successful and accurate your agent will be when run live on the Mozenda system. Let's look at the name value pairs list. I know this click item will open the Specifications tab, so I'll right-click on it and choose Execute. Now I can see the list. Color, screen size, storage capacity, operating system. Let's compare these to what we have here. I can see color, energy, operating system, storage, UPC, screen size, drive. It's correct. I know it's collecting the correct data, and I can rest at ease if I see fields missing, because I know that that means that these products simply don't list that information. I'm now content and convinced that my agent is accurate and robust, so I'll save it and run it live on the Mozenda Web Console. I can save it by clicking on File and choosing Save or Save As, or I can click the Save icon in the Quick Access menu. Let's name the agent. I'll choose Collection Settings to confirm that it's actually downloading the image. The product image field is listed here, and the format of this field is File. That means that it will download that image to a file in the collection. So I'll choose Save Agent. The agent is saved, and I can go to the console and run the agent, or choose Run Agent Now. This concludes the video on building your first agent. For more help, visit the Mozenda Help Center or contact Mozenda Support.